Welcome back to my channel Smart Learning, where learning is made simple. In my previous video, I have shared about the concept of addition and subtraction. If you are interested, please check the previous video and come back to this video to have a clear idea of all the four basic operations in mathematics. Having discussed about the basics of addition and subtraction in our previous video, in today's video we are going to see about the concept of multiplication and division. Now let's see about multiplication. Multiplication is denoted by the symbol cross. It looks like a capital X. It is read as times or into. So when we see the symbol cross in maths, it means to multiply. Multiplication is nothing but repeated addition. When we need to add same number of objects in n number of groups, then we multiply. When we multiply two numbers, the result that we obtain is called the product. So let us explain about the concept of multiplication with the help of repeated addition. So here there are 4 bags with 2 apples each. So we need to find how many apples are there in total. So for which we can use the concept of repeated addition. So in first bag there are 2 apples, plus in second there are 2 apples, and in third there are 2, and in fourth there are 2. So 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 is going to give 8. So, thus by using the concept of repeated addition, we have performed multiplication to obtain the answer. They say this as 4 times 2 is 8. And we read this as 4 into 2 is equal to 8. Now I will tell you how to perform multiplication on a number line by using the concept of repeated addition and skip counting, which will also create an idea of how tables are framed. So if you wish to know about skip counting in detail, I have already shared a video about it. Please do check it. I have provided the link in the description box. So since it is 4 times 2, we need to move forward in the number line 4 times by skip counting in 2's. So when I start from 0, I need to skip 1 and land in 2, skip 3, land in 4, skip 5, land in 6, skip 7 and land in 8, which is going to give the result. So we need to move 4 times forward on a number line by skip counting in 2's. So this is a very important concept which is going to be the base for learning tables. Now let's make the terms in multiplication clear. So in this example there are 4 bags. So the number of equal groups is called the multiplier, and the number of objects in each group is called the multiplicand. And the operator in between is called times or into, and the two horizontal line is called equals, and the result that we obtain is called the product. So your child needs to be familiar with these terms. So at the end of this, your child should be able to multiply by the concept of repeated addition. So when n number of groups are given with equal number of items, they should be able to perform multiplication by the concept of repeated addition. The number of groups is called the multiplier, and the number of objects in each group is the multiplicand. So the child needs to be familiar with these terms, and also they should be able to multiply on a number line by using repeated addition and skip counting. And they should also know the purpose of multiplication. What is the purpose? When there are n number of groups with each group having the same number of items, then the easiest way to find the answer is to multiply. So there multiplication plays an important role. So having learned the basics of multiplication, in our future videos we will see about how to introduce tables to kids in a smart and easy way. Now let's see about the concept of division. Division is denoted by the symbol as shown, wherein you need to put a horizontal line and a dot above and below the horizontal line. It is read as obelus and sometimes also called as divided by. So this symbol means to divide. When we wish to distribute a group of things into equal parts, then we perform division. Okay, division is nothing but backward multiplication. Now let us explain the concept of division with a simple example. Say there are 8 apples that needs to be equally distributed among 4 people, then we perform division. So here we are dividing 8 apples equally to 4 people and we get the result as 2. So when you see here, we are giving 2 apples to the first person, 2 apples to the second, 2 apples to the third and 2 apples to the fourth. So when you add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so all the apples are being equally distributed among the 4 people. So this is how you perform division. Now let's make the kids familiar with the terms associated with division. So the number that is divided is called the dividend, and the number which the dividend is being divided by is called the divisor, and the operator in between is the obelus, or it is also called as divided by, and the two horizontal line represents equals, and the result that we obtain is the quotient. Sometimes the symbol for division is also denoted by a slash or a horizontal line. When we write division in another format, the number above the horizontal line is the numerator and the number below the horizontal line is the denominator, and the result obtained is the quotient. So when you multiply 4 into 2, you get the result 8. Therefore, division is nothing but backward multiplication. In this problem, we have divided 8 apples equally among 4 people. So this is called exact division, where you do not get any remainder. So let us consider another example where I am going to add another apple to these 8 apples. So now there are 9 apples in total, since we have added 1 apple to these 8 apples. So now when we try to divide these 9 apples again among 4 people, we get the quotient as 2, but now we are going to be left with 1 apple, which is called the remainder. So by these two examples, we understand that when the apples are distributed equally among people and we are left with none of the apples, then the remainder obtained is 0 and it is called exact division. Whereas in the second example, when we distribute the apples equally among 4 people and we are left with an apple, then it is called the remainder. So these are the two different examples to make the kids understand the concept of remainder in division. So now the child should be able to recognize the symbols and terms associated with division, and also they should be able to understand the purpose of division. This tabular column shows the symbol of various operations, name of the symbol, and the operands associated with each of the operation, and also the name of the result that we obtain in each of the operation. I hope by the end of this video, the kids will be familiar with the basics of the 4 operations in mathematics. Now let's see the learning outcome. At the end of this video, the kids should be able to identify the symbols and terms associated with all the 4 operations, add and subtract using a number line, perform multiplication by using the concept of repeated addition and skip counting, and they should also know the purpose and objective of learning various operations.